Imagine you step outside tonight and the sky has gone completely insane. Huge glowing arcs stretch from horizon to horizon like some cosmic roller coaster track. Earth has sprouted giant rings, just like Saturn. They are beautiful, they are enormous, and they are going to ruin everything you thought you knew about the night sky. So what if Earth suddenly grew Saturn-style rings tonight? Not slowly over millions of years, not in some distant galaxy. Just instantly, our blue planet puts on a shiny set of glowing hoops. These rings would be made of countless chunks of ice and rock, each one zipping around us at thousands of miles per hour. Together they would stretch wider than the distance from Earth to the moon and shine so brightly that you could see them even during the day. At first it sounds amazing. Imagine waking up to permanent cosmic artwork above your head. No more dull skies. Every photo you take would have a glowing silver stripe behind it. People would spend hours lying in the grass staring at the heavens. You would never need a planetarium again. And yet this new beauty hides a pile of disasters waiting to happen. The first big issue is light. Rings reflect sunlight, and Earth would suddenly be getting a whole lot more of it. Nights would never be fully dark again. Even in the countryside, you would see the sky glowing like someone left a giant flashlight on. Astronomers would probably give up entirely. Their giant telescopes need true darkness, and now the sky would look more like a movie theater with the lights still on. Animals that depend on darkness would spiral into chaos. Bats would fly in loops. Owls would starve. Sea turtles that crawl toward faint moonlight would now march toward the glowing rings and end up in parking lots instead of oceans. And you would be stuck lying in bed wondering why your blackout curtains feel like cheap sunglasses. The second problem is gravity and debris. A ring system is not one smooth surface. It is billions of icy pebbles, rocks, and even boulders circling the planet. Over time, bits of these rings would rain down. It would look like stunning meteor showers every single night. But romantic stargazing quickly loses its charm when your car windshield gets smashed by a chunk of falling ice the size of a toaster. Insurance companies would go broke. Rockets and satellites would have it even worse. The International Space Station would need constant shield upgrades, and new launches would be like playing dodgeball in a blender. GPS might vanish. Weather satellites would be shredded. Suddenly you would not just lose directions to your friend's house. Planes would struggle to navigate. Farmers would lose crop forecasts. Global shipping would stumble. But here comes a twist you might not expect. The rings would not look the same everywhere. If you live near the equator, you would see them stretching right overhead like massive glowing highways. If you live near the poles, you might only see a faint glowing arc low on the horizon. This uneven view would turn into a cultural obsession. Whole tourism industries would explode. People would travel just to get the perfect selfie with the rings. And of course, endless online arguments would break out. Whose ring view is better? Should we build giant hotels under the equator sky? Hashtag ring envy would dominate every feed. And then comes the part that really messes with Earth itself. The rings would bounce sunlight back into space or redirect it to the ground in strange ways. Some parts of Earth would cool down because the rings block sunlight, like giant cosmic sunglasses. Other places would get more heat as sunlight reflects and scatters. Weather systems would shift. Crops in one region could suddenly die off while crops in another explode with growth. Whole countries might face food shortages while others enjoy bumper harvests. Global politics would tilt into chaos. Nations would accuse each other of stealing their sunlight. Wars could break out over ring shade. Now picture this. Over decades, the constant rain of icy rocks could thicken the atmosphere with dust. That dust might block sunlight even further and cool Earth in a way similar to a giant volcanic eruption. Scientists already worry about climate change. Imagine trying to solve that while a giant sky necklace keeps sprinkling glitter into the air. And here is the climax. If the rings are truly Saturn-sized, they might actually destabilize Earth's rotation over time. The gravitational pull of so much orbiting mass could tug at the planet, subtly changing the tilt of our axis. That tilt is what gives us seasons. Without it, Earth could flip into bizarre weather states. Summers might last decades. Winters could bury continents. Our planet would not just look different, it would live different. So yes, rings would be stunning. They would turn Earth into the most photographed planet in the solar system. But they would also wreck our nights, smash our satellites, scramble our weather, and maybe even warp our seasons. Beauty comes with a heavy price. Maybe it is better that Earth sticks with the plain old moon. It might not sparkle, but it does not rain down icy bullets or wreck your climate system. Sometimes boring is good. If you enjoy exploring these strange science disasters, hit like and subscribe so you never miss the next big what if. What if the ocean suddenly turned into one giant bowl of thick soup overnight?